Hello and welcome to the automation land. This is Hamim, and in the previous video we have print out something in our Java program. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the primitive data types in Java, right? So what is a primitive data types? So primitive data types that's like it basically specifies the size and type of a variable values, right? So there are like 8 primitive data types like byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and character, right? So you're gonna be talking about each of these and then how it works, okay? And what you can do with that. You basically can just declare you can use a data type to store something, right? So let's say you want to store a number, okay? So let's say I want to store something. So we're gonna talk about byte right now. So it's byte, 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 okay? So let's say my number, okay? My num equal to, and then in byte we can store a whole number from negative 128 to positive 127, okay? So we can store like 3-digit number. Let's say 100, okay? So we can store byte in here. If you want to store more numbers over here, okay, it's not gonna work, okay? If you want to store like less than 127, let's say 130, okay, it's not gonna work. It can only go up to 127, and 128 and 127. If you go 129, it's not gonna work, okay? So that's what byte is, okay? You don't have to, like in real Java program, we don't we don't use byte that much, okay? We basically use integer like int, string, boolean, double, float sometimes. Those are the all that thing that we use, okay? And then we have short, okay? So in short, we like it can short data type can store the whole number from like 32,000 something, like I don't really remember, but it's like similar to the byte, okay? So we have short. So let's say my short, okay? And then it can store up to like more than whatever is stored in the byte, okay? So it can go to 30,000, okay? If it goes more than 30,000, it's not gonna work, okay? So if it goes like less than 30,000, I think, let's say 42,000, okay, it's not gonna work, okay? So that's what short is, all right? And then we have integer, okay? So integer is you can store like really large number in the integer, okay? So let's see, like int, let's say my int equal to, let's say this much, okay? It's not gonna have any problem, right? But if you go like really, if you want to store like really big number, okay, and that time is integer is not the good choice, okay? That time you have to use long, all right? So let's say we want to store like really big number, okay? So we can do long, and then we can say like my long equal to, let's say we want to store like really big number, right? It has a red. Yeah, there is a red because you have to specify the L over here, and then when you specify the L, it's gonna go away, all right? And then there is and then there's float, okay? So float is basically store the point number, okay? So you can store the point number. So let's do float my float equal to, so you can store any point, any point number, okay? So that is what the float is. But if you want to store any float, then you have to specify the f over here. So when you specify the f, and then it's gonna go away, the red is gonna go away, right? And then we have double. So double is basically if you want to store any factorial numbers, right? Then you can use the double, okay? Like it's same to the like float, but if you want to use like factorial number, then you can store it like a point number. So decimal number you can use in a double, right? We use double a lot, okay, in a program. So double, let's say my double equal to, so let's say we want to store like 40.6, right? So it's gonna store about there, right? And then we have like boolean. So boolean is basically like it returns it true or false, okay? You can store like true or false in boolean. So let's do boolean, right? Let's say flag equal to false, right? Then you can do again another boolean, right? Boolean flag 2 equal to true, right? So that's what boolean is. If you want to store anything else in the boolean, it's not gonna work, okay? So let's do like, if you want to store like boolean 10, it's not gonna work, right? But if you do boolean this, all right, 100 less than 1, that's gonna work because that's a boolean condition. that this thing returns you a Boolean condition. Okay, so that is gonna work because it's gonna return you true or false. All right, so there goes the Boolean, and there's character. So character, it stores like literally individual character if you want to store something. All right, like any single character. Okay, so we do char, and then let's do c equal to, and whenever you store in a, like if you want to store a single character, you cannot do like string, like double quotation. Okay, you have to do single quotation, which is this, and then you want to store any character like this. All right, that's gonna work. If you do like two, it's not gonna work. Okay, if you, there's only one character. All right, you can store only one character at a time. And then there is like, so these are all the primitive data types, like the 8 different primitive data types. Okay, and there are more like non-primitive data types, which are basically reference data type, which are like string. All right, and then classes and objects and everything is like non-reference data types. All right, and so, and the arrays and everything, these are all non-reference data type. So what string is, like these all these thing doesn't have any methods. All right, we're gonna be talking about methods later on. Okay, but string has methods, so that is non-reference data type. All right, so I mean non-primitive data types. So let's do string. Let's say I want to store my name. All right, so let's do my name equal to, let's say Hamim. Right, so this is string. So if you want to store any like string value, or maybe your name, or maybe an address or whatever, you can store in a string. All right, and if you do my name dot, it has all these methods right here, right? So these are all coming from the string class. So string is basically a class, so using this reference to access all the methods from the string, right? So these are basically, so that's what string is, a non-primitive data types. It's a reference data type. All right, so you can do like you can do like so many things with the string, right? We're gonna be doing a lot of things, like mostly gonna be working with the string and the int and the double, right? And all these things, sometimes character. So we're gonna be talking about, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with those. So yeah, and in the next video, so yeah, this is pretty much it about this, all these data types. And also if you want to print them out, you can print them out. You can do a lot of stuff over here. So let's say like I want to add like to this number, like in a different number, right? You can literally add over here. Okay, you can add over here. All right, but if you do like 0.5, it's not gonna work because this is only holding a whole value. Okay, it's a whole number. It's only holding the whole number. If you wanna store a point, you have to do double over here. All right, double. So that time what's gonna happen, it's gonna hold that. Okay, it's gonna hold that like like the point value over in the my int. But in the int, you only gonna have to provide int, right? To right, the whole number. All right, whole number, not more than whole number. All right, so yeah, this is all about today's lesson, and in the next video I'll we're gonna talk about like the methods and all these things. All right, and stay tuned, and if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.